false Solomon seal, or as it's known by its Latin name, is Smilacina racemosa. This plant is a perennial, meaning its lifespan is longer than 2 years, and it grows in a habitat of wooded banks and roadsides. The plant grows between 1 and 3 feet tall and has a white flower which is in bloom between April and July. The flower has 6 regular parts or petals, and the stamens are longer than the petals. The flowers can be found at the end of branching terminal clusters, which will eventually turn into small berries, which will be ruby red when ripe. The plant has alternate leaves, and the leaves are entire, oblong, and 3 to 6 inches long. The stem is arching in a zigzag pattern, and the rootstock has circular patterned seals. Caution should be taken when harvesting this plant. Collect only when abundant, and the berries and rootstock are mildly cathartic, meaning mildly laxative. As for the plant's edibility, the young shoots can be eaten raw, added to salads, or cooked, steamed, or simmered for 10 to 15 minutes. It will taste like asparagus. The Costanoan Indians ate the fruit as food, and the Hanakasila mixed the fruit juice with the fruit juice of Pacific crabapples and high-brush cranberries for a beverage. The Ojibwe took the root and soaked it in lye water, parboiled it to get rid of the lye, and cooked it like a potato. The Okanagan Colville Indians also took the root and dried it, soaked it, and pick-cooked it with camas. The Upper Skagit ate the berries as food, and the Thompson Indians ate the root, and the leafy shoots were cooked as a flavoring for meat, and the young shoots were cooked and eaten like asparagus. As for the plant's medicinal properties, this plant has been used by many tribes for many different uses. The Abenaki Indians used the plant as an anti-hemorrhagic. A decoction of the plant was taken by men who were spitting up blood. The Algonquin from Quebec made a rheumatism remedy. An infusion of the plant was taken internally for sore backs. The Cherokee had an eye medicine. Steep the roots in hot water, cool, then apply as a wash on sore eyes. The Chippewa used the plant as a pain reliever remedy. The burning fumes of the root were inhaled for headaches and pain. The Delaware from Oklahoma made a compound tonic containing the root. And the Gitxasan Indians had a rheumatism remedy, kidney aid, and laxative remedy by creating a decoction of the root. For a wound remedy, a poultice of the mashed roots were bound to cuts. The Iroquois created a compound rheumatism remedy by combining false Solomon seal, horse balm, black snake root, blue cohosh, and northern maidenhair fern. Collect the roots of all these plants and dry, smash them before using, or boil them while they're still green, then cool. Drink all that you can. For a foot bath, put the water in the pan first, then the roots. Bathe your feet and legs. For a snake bite remedy, or for spoiled snake bites, bandage the area with the root. The Kitasoo used the plant for unspecified medicinal purposes. The Malachite had an itching remedy. The leaves and stalk were boiled and used for rashes and itching. The Menominee had a catarrh remedy. The root was used in a herbal steam to relieve the buildup of mucus. And the Meskwaki created a root smudge. The root was used as a smudge for convulsions, as a pediatric aid and sedative to hush a crying child, and as a psychological aid in cases of insanity. For a laxative remedy, the root was used in a compound to loosen the bowels, and for plague prevention, the root was cooked in a kettle to prevent sickness during times of plague. The Micmac also used this plant as a rash remedy. The leaves and stems were used for rashes and itching. The Mohegan Indians created a cough medicine and gastrointestinal aid. An infusion of leaves were used as a cough remedy, and an infusion of the roots were taken for stomach disorders. The Ojibwe used a compound containing the root for headaches, sore throats, and to keep the kidneys open during pregnancy. For a stimulant, the root was used as a reviver. The southern Ojibwe used false Solomon seal as a headache remedy. The roots were used as an inhalant for headaches. As a gynecological aid, a decoction of leaves was used for lying in women. And as a hemostat, a poultice of the fresh, crushed leaves was applied to bleeding cuts. The Okanagan Colville Indians made a decoction of the roots and took it as a cold remedy and as an appetite stimulant. The Potawatomi also used the plant as a stimulant. The root was smudged on coals and used to revive a comatose patient. And the Shuswap Indians used the decoction of the roots as a blood purifier. Finally, the Thompson Indians had a rheumatism remedy. A decoction of leaves was taken 2 or 3 times a day for rheumatism. For a cancer remedy, a decoction of the roots was taken in several doses over a period of several days. And, as a throat aid, a decoction of the roots was taken for sore or ulcerated throats over a period of several days. Finally, for the plant's other uses, the Iroquois Indians used the plant for fishing. They would combine hairy Solomon seal and false Solomon seal. Smash 2-inch lengths of the roots of each plant in 1 cup of water. Soak or pass the fishing line through the liquid, or leave the line soaking overnight for best results. Put the smashed roots in with the worms, and you will get a fish on each hook every time.